I'm going to do a quick history whiteboard. Everyone loves history whiteboards, right? We're cool, right? So I wanted to talk about something that was historical, and it's kind of reminding of some of the stuff that happens today with the areas. Let's talk about the USS Liberty. So, interesting thing that happened. Fog of war, right? Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you who is in the right, wrong here. I'm just gonna give you facts of what happened in history. So, during the 6-Day War, this is a war that happened between Israel, Egypt, and some other allies there in June of 1967. Okay, so in June of 1967, there was the 6-Day War. Now, this was not really a war. It was really Israel kind of like wiped them out. They actually took the entire Sinai Peninsula and then gave it back to Egypt. But that's not what we're going to talk about, okay? No bias here, right? No, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and then what, you take from it what you will. I'm just going to give you the facts of the case. Because I think it's really cool to talk about this history. I'm not afraid to talk about this shit because everyone is afraid to talk about it because they think it's going to be controversial. It's not controversial. At least what I'm talking about. I'm telling you about the events that happened. What you take away from it is up to you. But I'm not a pussy. I'm not going to hide talking about shit in history because people are going to think, oh, I'm taking this side or that side. This isn't a side thing. This is just telling you what happened. But it's really cool because a lot of people don't know about this. And it's something that's kind of hush-hush a lot. But I think it's really interesting because it's something that happened. Like I could talk about Gulf of Tonkin. I could talk about USS Maine. All these different things. This is one that's topical, right? So the USS Liberty. So in June of 1967, there was the 6-Day War between Israel and Egypt. Now, during that time, right, here is the Sinai Peninsula, right? And this is Egypt over here, and the Nile, and then this is Israel over here, and Sinai Peninsula. And so they were having a war. Now, the U.S. was not officially backing or part of this in any way, right? But the U.S. did have some interest in the area. And one of those was a ship, okay? And they were in international waters off Egypt, and they were there, and it was a ship called the USS Liberty. Okay, that's actually a really big ship. It wasn't that big, obviously. So the USS Liberty. Now, the USS Liberty was called many things. It was called a research ship, a data ship, a spy ship, a lot of different things, okay? It was a U.S. Navy ship, the USS Liberty. And it was over there at this time. And on June 8th, okay, of 1967, it was off the coast of Egypt in international waters, and several Israeli fighter jets flew by. They did a flyover of this ship out in international waters. And they did it overhead. And it was said that U.S. service members were on the ship. Some of them waved at them, whatever, like this. They saw them go by. They just saw the Israeli fighter jets go by, do a flyby for identification, and move on. They go back to doing what they're doing. Couple hours later, those same jets return in the distance. Except this time, they weren't doing a flyby. So on June 8th, at about 3:20 p.m., on June 8th of 1967, several Israeli fighter jets now came over and began to strafe the ship. They began to shoot at things on the ship. They took out satellites. They did strafing of the escape boats and stuff like that. Then they began to shoot rockets, and then they hit them with napalm. So this is the same Israeli jets that did a flyby, came back, hit them with strafing gunfire from their cannons, hit them with rockets, and hit them with napalm. Once they moved off from them, 3 Israeli torpedo boats then surrounded the USS Liberty and fired torpedoes. One of those torpedoes actually killed 25 U.S. service members in one blast. An hour later, Israel said that they realized it was an American ship and called off the attack. Now, this immediately went to President Johnson, who initially was going to blame Russia for it, or thought it was Russia, until Israel admitted it was them. At which point, Israel apologized for the attack and said it was a mistake, and that they thought it was an Egyptian ship that they had attacked. It was a mistake. And so after that, they did an apology. They actually paid some reparations to some of the families of the soldiers that were killed, and it was chalked up to fog of war and misidentification of an enemy ship. However, there are some parts to this that are not agreed upon or debated. The U.S. government and Israeli government have agreed that this was an accident and it was a misidentification. But the people that were on the ship felt different. Part of the reason is because the USS Liberty was flying several American flags that were very visible. They also had on the hull the big numbers GTR5, which was the hull number showing. So there is some belief that kind of hard to miss those. At the end of the attack, 34 Americans were killed and 145 injured. Now, these included Navy, Marines, and civilians. Now, Again, Israel said they thought it was an Egyptian ship. But the soldiers, the sailors, the Marines, and the people that were in command said it was kind of hard for that to happen because they did a flyby. It had American flags, it had American markings, everything about it was American. And even if they hit it over an hour of attacking until they realized it was an American ship, even though by then they had shot everything up. So the reason that there has been some controversy about this is that while the U.S. government in Israel called it a mistake, the sailors on board don't feel the same way. The former Joint Chiefs Chairman and a former NSA chief also said there's no way that this was an accident. U.S. flags were flying, clear hull. There was a prior flyby. Another interesting thing is that only U.S. frequencies were jammed at the time, not Egyptian frequencies, and that the lifeboats were strafed with fire. Now, the reason that they give for why they believe Israel did this intentionally is that because this was a spy ship, the USS Liberty was monitoring Israeli movements at the time. And they believe, okay, I'm not saying that this is what happened. This, obviously, our government in Israel said separately, but this is what those people believe in unclassified documents, is that they didn't want them monitoring their movements before they moved into Egypt. And therefore, they hit the ship and were like, oopsie. Now, there was no retaliation by the U.S. government or the military. They said it was an accident. It is what it is. Again, as I said, Israel did say it was an accident. They did apologize, and they did pay reparations. So, this is the USS Liberty incident. So, when you hear the USS Liberty online being talked about, there are going to be several different ways that people interpret this. That is up to you. That is up to you to decide. Was this a complete accident in the fog of war? Those happen. Okay, they happen on the U.S. side. Every war has those. And obviously, if you are someone on the ship being attacked, you're not going to think that it's an accident. You're going to think it's deliberate, right? Even though it is a complete accident in the fog of war. You may look at it and say, no, it was clearly marked and they had all these other things happening. There's something shady going on here. I'm not here to tell you what to believe, okay? I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I don't fucking know what happened. But this is when you hear the USS Liberty, because it's always thrown out there, oh, it's USS Liberty. A lot of people don't know what actually happened. So this is the TLDR version for the next time you hear about it. 6-Day War, June 8th, 1967, USS Liberty, data, research, spy ship off the coast of Egypt. Israel does a flyby, comes back, hits an attack, does a torpedo attack, realize it's an American ship, call it off, and try to make amends to it. That's the story. Now, what you take from this, again, is up to you. I'm not here to change your mind. You already know what you think, and that's fine. But I wanted you to at least to understand it, because I know a lot of people hear a lot of these things online. I just love history. I love, war history. I love government history. I love all kinds of history. And it's a very interesting thing, because there is a lot of hush-hush about it. And so it feels like it's a no-no topic. But it shouldn't be. This is an incident that happened. Okay, it is history. We're not gonna scrub history. We're not gonna whitewash history. We're not gonna make it disappear because it's uncomfortable. This happened. Was it an accident? Was it deliberate? I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't tell you. But it is something that happened, and I think it's really fucking stupid for us to try to hide things that happened. Okay? I think it's important. And that's why I want to talk about it, because somebody said they were talking about this war, and a lot of it has to do with miscommunication. It reminded me of a war in the region that had a miscommunication between the U.S., who was not on either side that this happened to. So there you go. That's the story of the USS Liberty. I'm sure that none of you guys are going to have a crazy opinion about this one way or the other. I'm sure it's going to be completely civil. I'm sure this probably won't get made into a video for YouTube and Instagram. And if it does, comment sections, fuck you. All right? Yes, I saw your comment yesterday. Thank you, Angry Gary V. This motherfucker has mental health problems. I see your comments. One guy goes, I wish you were my history professor. I'd have kicked your ass. Oh, okay. Who this motherfucker think he is telling us about this shit? It ain't your story to tell. I hope you get cancer and die. That was on a video about Pearl Harbor for some reason. But to all of y'all in the comment section who actually say nice shit, I see you. I just don't respond because it makes me feel icky.